What's going on, everybody? Today's video, what are we doing and what are we talking about? Today, I've got something super cool, super interesting, and I think everyone is going to be pretty hyped, pretty psyched to check out what I've got to share with everyone. So, for those of you that are in the N64 collecting scene, chances are a lot of you people are that are checking out my videos, you've probably heard of a rare N64 Test Cartridge. Essentially what these were, it was an N64 cartridge with a parallel ribbon cable socket, an IDC socket that was located on the top for interfacing to external electronics. And it was used by service centers, Nintendo service centers and repair facilities. Technicians would take these cartridges, insert it into the console, and it would allow them access to special software programs for running hardware tests, memory tests, different tests that could be used to check and verify functionality of the console hardware. And so these were given out to these service centers for use and for testing purposes. A lot of people have had these in the past. Different people have tried to dump the onboard ROM of this unit and have not really been able to do that successfully. Now what's cool and interesting is that I have a prototype, this prototype cartridge that I've got, as you can see here. It's got some Japanese writing, NUS version 00. And so this cartridge has just that one program for testing the joystick functionality. So today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my NU64 Flash Gang Writer, and I'm going to be dumping this down to a ROM file. And we're going to be able to go and load and check that out. Now I've teamed up with Forest of Illusion from Twitter. He is going to be releasing the dump of this ROM for everyone to check out and play around with. And I think that that's pretty cool because just the fact that we have not been able to dump the released version of the test cartridge to this point. And so just giving everyone access to be able to analyze and play around with the joystick test functionality, I thought that's pretty cool and be a lot of fun. Now another thing I wanted to show you, and that is the internal PCBA for this prototype cartridge. As you can see by the photos, it does not have the standard PCB layout design. It has a unique layout, and it's not really that new. People have had these. Usually the top section of the cartridge enclosure is cut off, and the top connector there that you can see at the top is exposed. Now, what's interesting about this extruded section, it has a Virtual Boy cartridge connector hooked up to the top. And so now this is assumed to be used for interfacing to an external computer system for downloading and streaming out telemetry information from the cartridge, or potentially hooking up external memory devices, whether it be flash or SRAM, and using that for development purposes for testing or programming. However, again, it is still all speculation, and it is an interface that connects to the address and data buses of the flash memory, and also connection to the Altera CPLD logic device that's also on the board. And usually those Altera components are used as a memory controller, so that coordinates the programming and also reading from the flash memory to the N64 system. Now, there was also speculation that both the N64 test cartridge as well as this prototype model, that the external connector at the top was potentially used for JTAG interfacing to the CPLD chip. For the prototype design here, that's not the case because the design model for JTAG support is EPM7128S. So the fact that the S is not included in the Altera part number from the data sheets, it indicates that this device is not JTAG compliant. So this interface cannot be used for JTAG programming, as some people were speculating. And as well, you'll notice that each of the flash memory chips has a dedicated set of configuration pins. So this is likely used for programming, enabling programming, or disabling it, or potentially some other feature that these flash memory chips provide. Now again, this is sort of a typical thing that Nintendo does, is that they repurpose old stock hardware. So the fact that they're using a Virtual Boy connector there, cartridge connector at the top, for interfacing to external components or to an external computer system, I thought that was pretty interesting. And it's actually quite common that we see a lot of, where Virtual Boy components have been repurposed. They have done this as well within some of the intelligent systems components, where they will reuse the Virtual Boy CPU processors. So it's pretty interesting, and it was just something that I wanted to share with everyone. So let's hop over to my Windows 98 PC and we'll dump the ROM, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So here we go. Okay, so I've got this batch file set up to configure the Gang Writer for dumping this cartridge. So this is a 64 megabit cartridge, meaning 8 megabytes. And so we're going to go ahead and activate this, and this will set up the SCSI ASPI drivers for the NU64 Flash Gang Writer. And as you can see, we are ready with the menu here for the software, and it's allowing us to perform a read function or dumping of the prototype cartridge. For those of you that are interested in this NU64 Flash Gang Writer, I have a very detailed, in-depth video demoing this hardware, and you guys can check out the link in the description, and I'll have that posted here for you guys to check out. But anyway, we'll go ahead and perform this read function. And if we execute that, and as you can see, the memory dump is moving along here pretty quickly, and it shows the cassette 1 being connected. That's the 1 cartridge. And it seems to be in Japanese, they referred to the cartridges as cassettes. That was something interesting that I learned about. So there, as you can see, it completed, and it shows cassette 1 pass. So that memory dump of the flash memory is complete. So what we're going to do is I'll take this dump of the flash memory, and we're going to load that with my partner N64, and we'll check it out running on the console. So I've got my multi-viewer loaded here, which we'll use to load the demo ROM into the partner N64 for us to preview. So we just make sure that I have the partner N64 selected, and as well we have to just confirm that we have the proper ROM dump selected, which I do, and we go ahead and activate this for previewing. Activate it. And there it's loaded. Now, as you can see there, it quickly went through a RAM check, which it seems to fail regardless of there being any RAM present in the cartridge. So it possibly is just that that was not set up properly. So as you can see, this version of the software that I have here is simply the controller checker software. And there's no verification of when all of the push buttons have been pressed compared to the version that came out on the actual N64 Test Cartridge. This version, it just simply shows a graphical view of when each push button is being activated. And it cycles through all those. You have every single push button you can confirm is being activated, as well as the telemetry data from the analog joystick is relayed there on the screen. So that's pretty much it, and it's pretty cool, pretty neat to have, considering that the official N64 test cartridge has not been dumped to this point. So it's kind of neat, and I hope everyone gets a kick out of messing around with this. So that is the video today, guys. Thanks again for watching, and as well thanks to Forest of Illusion for teaming up with me to release this ROM for everyone to check out. And hopefully you guys get a kick out of it, or hopefully we just get to learn something from it. So pretty awesome, pretty cool. So thanks again. Hit the like and subscribe if you can. I do appreciate that. Always. You guys are awesome. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Ciao.